Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Factions. Hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic, ready for another episode. I don't know what the faction's doing. The faction is doing what the faction normally does, and they're all wearing heads right now. They're placing down signs to follow them on Twitter, and just being generally not very productive. I know Abusive Willie's spamming doors here. This is what the faction's all about. But the first thing I want to talk about is I picked a comment from the last episode, and basically it was from Daniel Chum. Daniel Chum said, are you playing on OP factions or non-OP factions? And I see a lot of these comments in my comments section asking what server I'm on. And if I haven't said before, and I definitely have, but I'll make sure I say it at least once an episode, but I am on the semi-OP faction. I'm on the semi-OP faction server. So if you guys want to come and play with me, play alongside me, or play against me, definitely be sure to do that. Look at this guy. He's literally just following me around, placing doors. And the last thing I want to talk about before we get into today's episode is that the 60% off sale on the network is ending within the next few days. It's either today or tomorrow if you're watching this the day that it comes out. But that is basically it for the outro. We have a pretty good episode planned for you guys and a lot of explaining to do. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so the first thing I want to check out in today's episode, if we go to home raid, and I'm going to hop in /fly just to show you guys an aerial view of this. But this, ladies and gentlemen, was the first TMA base on the server. This was the original base that I created, and the rest of the faction expanded, and then eventually it got raided. So I wasn't on at the time, but Scorch, you said you were on like just before the raid?
Yeah, I was getting sand to go build the actual like mod base, and probably like 5 minutes later I came back to get another inventory of sand, and it was completely blown up.
No signs, no nothing, didn't leave any form of identification?
No,
so we
Didn't
could
leave
just
anything, yeah.
So just a random guy, a complete stranger, we don't know who he is, found our base, mined in, and blew the whole thing to shreds. Now, what exactly did he get? Like, was the base fairly loaded, or?
It was at the start for your recording clip that you were on last, but
yeah,
we kind of moved everything out because we were building the base like the obby, but we lost like half a double obby and some sand and I think zombie spawners, but that's pretty much it.
Okay, so that's not too bad. We did have a bunch of blaze spawners in there for a while, so I'm glad that we didn't lose them. And I think the faction is doing pretty good. I think we're flourishing right now. If we go to F top, we can see that. You can see that TMA has 55 million. We have 183 hoppers, 95 blaze spawners, 6 pig, and 24 IGs, which is pretty crazy. The number 2 in line is Corrupt. They have 25 blaze, 26 IGs, and a few other miscellaneous ones. And Dub Nation has 200 blaze and 1 IG. That's crazy. They have 2,000 hoppers in there. Is it just in their claim?
Yeah, they place them down because it's like a really good strategy for F-top value.
Oh,
they're really
okay.
easy to make, so you can like get F-top high.
Oh, that makes sense. All right. That's actually a super good strategy then. I didn't even think about that. But ever since this base was raided, the team started working on a new base. I did help a little bit on this base, but I'm gonna who helped build the base the most?
For the interior, it was a bunch of people. It was Court, John, Abusive Willie, and Sully, I'm pretty sure. They're like the ones who went hard on the interior. And then for the walls, it was me and a couple others.
Okay, yeah, you basically did a lot of the exterior stuff. You know how to build bases, and I'm just there for moral support. But we can TP there right now. If I go /home F, you can see that the base has changed a little bit. So from where I'm standing right now, can we go up or can we go down, or is this the only box inside the base?
For now, it's like this is the main part for all the mods because I can trust all of them. Then none of them's going inside, but there's actual boxes like for separate people.
Okay, and they're
above the obsidian layer.
Okay, that's perfect. So we'll leave those sealed right now. There's nothing else in them. But right now, I can actually hop in /fly 2 and look at how many blaze spawners we can have. Look at that. I'm probably 30 blocks away from the blaze spawners, and they're spawning just crazy amounts. That is nuts. How many spawners do you think are in there? There's got to be over 50
it's
to
like
60.
80 something, but
yeah.
Yeah, I think
80.
but we had more, but someone dropped them and they clear lagged. Like a
Oh,
stack.
no, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so sad. Then how much are blaze spawners at the shop right now?
250k, I think.
So 250k. So that is a absolute bunch of cash. And that's our, is that our main grinder? Oh no, we have the IGs in here.
Yeah, that's like the big money source.
Scorch, explain to me what this house is. Where did this design come from?
We found on, I think it was Planet Minecraft, Sully and I were looking for like general designs, and we found like this was like the theme that we found, and then...
Really? Like a hotel type looking thing, like a haunted hotel.
Yeah, and then we got Schematica, which is like legal on the server, so... Okay, and then we just like
helped you build
it up and stuff and made it for factions, yeah.
That's crazy. That is, there's not much functionality when it comes to this, this build, but I gotta say, it looks 10 out of 10. If we come inside the blaze spawner, I will fly up here. How many spawners do we have? I can't really see.
Wait, for blaze or IG?
Or IG, sorry, my bad.
I think it's like 24 to 28, somewhere around that.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, okay, so we got a pretty good amount. And these guys are the cash though, right?
Yeah, this is like the thing on the server to make money.
Okay, IGs are the most profitable, you think?
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, well that being said, I think we are going to spend the next 5 or 10 minutes selling all the iron and all of the blaze. I currently have 51,400, and hopefully I can get that up to around 75 if I'm lucky. We'll sell the iron and we'll be right back. All right, we are on the last inventory for the iron. I will start selling those, and you can see that to sell 64 iron right now is 1,664. The only thing that beats iron is, I think diamond is on the left and gold is on the right. And if you sell a stack of gold, you get 2,300. And if you sell a stack of diamond, you get 1,900. Gold is more expensive than diamond, which surprised me a little bit. That is probably the best thing to sell. If somehow you can have a crazy OP gold farm, that would be the way to do it. But if you sell 64 iron, you get 1,600, and then if you sell 64 blaze rods, you only get 400. So yeah, you definitely want to sell IGs if you have them, or buy IGs to sell the iron. Scorch, you were just telling me about somebody that inside, or they TP glitched our base the other day?
Yeah, it was the Creed faction. I don't know which people it was, but it was 2 mods, and they were the ones who actually TP glitched, so they got perm banned, and then 3 people assisted, like they knew they were TP glitching and they still wanted to raid regardless, knowing it was illegal, so they got temp banned for a week. But yeah.
Okay. And did they end up no home set or anything? The base is still safe?
Yeah, they have no home sets and they can't like slash back in there or anything because they're banned at the moment. So
okay, that's definitely good. If the base went down that fast to something such as like a TP glitch, I would be so sad, because that is probably the most unfair way to lose a base. If a base is gonna fall, I want it to be like a crazy raid, like a 50v50 battle. I want it to be crazy cannons and stuff like that, not just a TP glitch. That's no fun. All right, so my balance right now is 351,000. Yeah, I got up way more than I thought it was. And I think, I forget who it was, but somebody was AFKing for a while for me. The chests were pretty loaded up. And,
it was abusive.
It was abusive. He just, yeah, thanks Abusive if you're watching this. He just went hard for a bit, got the, filled all the chests for me, and now I am one rich mother trucker. If we go back to the base right now, if we go /home, not raid, home F, and if we go /top, ladies and gentlemen, I want to show you guys the outside of the base, because there's been a lot of speculation on where exactly our base is. But as I zoom out, look at the top of the base. Obviously, you know this is our base by the massive TMA logo. What brought you guys, what possessed you guys to do this?
No idea. I built something else and I was asleep and I woke up and this was here, so I left it.
And was this the first thing that was built, or was there not like a Darth Vader statue before?
I didn't see that, but I built something else that wasn't... Oh, I wrote something else that probably shouldn't have been there, so they removed it.
And they did this.
Yeah, they did that instead.
I think it's a good addition to the base. Anybody that strolls up to this base knows exactly what faction it is. It's kind of like a banner. It shows exactly whose team are you on, what side you're on, and that's pretty sweet. And obviously our base is in the overworld. I'm not going to show you guys exactly where it is, but this is our base. It's a pretty good size. Oh, some of the sand's missing there, bro. We getting raided?
Oh yeah, that was from Dub Nation. They tried. I don't know if they were actually trying to raid, but they did like a couple shots at our sandwall earlier today when I was asleep.
Really? And they obviously didn't get very far.
Yeah, they didn't get past the fillers and the pancake.
Okay,
They
yeah,
just got
no,
up to the actual
they just went here.
sandwall.
Is their cannon still here or is it gone? Well, apparently their cannon is not there. And I just realized something, but if you're on 1.10, and yeah, I'm on 1.10.2 right now, if you right click, you get like this glitched shield. And I'm pretty sure it doesn't do anything. And as soon as you open your inventory, it disappears. But it's kind of funny how you can walk around with a shield. Now, I gotta talk about one other thing, and that's what happened about, what was it, 4 or 5 days ago? So the faction pandemic on the server, you can see that obviously it's TMA, Corrupt, Dub Nation, Vintage, the Melt, all the way down, and Pandemic is not on here. Well, it's because Pandemic basically quit the server last week. When we did our 1v1 or sorry 2v2s and I ended up getting hit off, we did have proof who exactly hit us off, and there was a whole thing. I spent a few hours just trying to get to the bottom of what exactly happened, and it ended up the leader of Pandemic ended up being permanently banned from the server. His name was Seth Gaming, and once he quit, I guess he ended up hitting one of our staff members off on the server for close to 2 days. It was crazy. He or she had no internet for a very long time, and that was one of our main reasons for banning him. Now, as soon as he banned, I guess, it's kind of obvious, but the faction sticks together. So once the main man, once the leader got banned, I think the whole faction kind of got up and left. I don't know exactly where they are right now, but I don't think they will be returning to the server. So Scorch and I are now at a different base. We had a TP to Dub Nation just on their walls, and I wanted to check out their base for possibly next episode. I want to see what type of base they're doing, what type of base is popular on the server, and to see if maybe we should steal some ideas for our base, and to hopefully see where their weakness is. Basically, is the main thing. I want to see that if we are going to cannon them, I want to see where their weakest spot is. So it's a pretty big base. They've got these big lava outside walls, and then
yeah, they're genning more walls. They just haven't done it yet, I think.
Okay. And then inside, underneath the water, they obviously have is this the sand wall? Yeah, this is the sand wall with the redstone on it. And inside that, they've just got their wrap walls with a couple obsidian walls, sand walls. And it's a pretty good amount. Is that probably 30 walls? Yeah, so that's a pretty good amount. That's way more than we have on our base right now. Obviously, there is no place to get in. Are they right on the corner? I assume they would be. Yeah. They don't have their side very well boxed in. Do you think we can get around from the side, from outside the border, or no?
Yeah, but I don't know how many layers they have in there, but they should be careful because someone could go like this and just border bounce and glitch in because they don't have walls on the side here.
Really?
People could glitch in. Yeah. I'm not encouraging that to anyone, but
but it is possible. All right, so Dub Nation, if you're watching, fix your base before it gets raided. See, I talk about bases getting TP glitched in that. I don't like that for any faction. If a faction is going to go down, it has to be in an epic way. All right, we are at the warp crates right now. Scorch and I each have one brutal key, and I'm going to go ahead and use mine. Hopefully it's something good. I would love to win something that would benefit the faction right now. That would be absolutely awesome. And it turns out, I thought we were going to land on the Gapples. 50k.
Oh, we're on the same thing.
Wait, we both won 50k?
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. Rigged. Everyone's going to think it is rigged. But that is going to be it for this episode. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for watching another episode of Factions. I hope you guys did enjoy. I know it's been a few days since my last Faction episode, and that is literally because there is so much crazy stuff going on my channel right now that it's hard to put all the videos up in a... Follow me on Twitter at MrMitch361. I will be tweeting out a time and place for a meetup on the server of some sort. I'm going to film a video, and I'm going to see if I can get all of you guys in at spawn to get you guys in the vid. I don't know, some big PvP thing, possibly a public raid. I don't know yet. We'll think of something and hopefully try to make that happen. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I will see you guys in the next one.